Hey y'all, it is Stims day 5. um, and I'm about to take some new medicine. Menopur, which I've taken before, and Cetrotide, which I've never taken before. Um, so both of these medicines, as you saw in my last video yesterday, or maybe not yesterday, whenever, if you saw my last video, I'm not taking Gonal F in the morning because my follies are doing a little too well. So we had to back off the Gonal F. Okay, so the Cetrotide has to stay in the refrigerator. So let me do this one first because it has everything in it. Okay, so you see, this is everything that comes in the Cetrotide pack. Okay. So, according to the instructions, Cetrotide has to be mixed. This is the needle. Now, this has a cap on it, but obviously there's no needle, right? But what's in here is some saline. So I have to use alcohol. Get my alcohol pads. I have to use alcohol okay. So here's the Cetrotide. It's a powder, right? And take this little blue cap off, right? And then you have the vial there. So I have to use an alcohol swab to clean the top of the vial, right? Make sure that's all nice and sterile. I'm going to use the other side to clean my injection spots. I got 2 injections this morning, so alright. I don't want to waste an alcohol swab. Okay. So then I placed a 20 gauge needle, 1.5 inch, on, okay, there. So I'll place this one, that screws on. I think that's on tight. Okay, so that's a little bit longer of a needle. And then introduce the water to the bottle with the powder. So basically, straight to the middle. Actually, I think I got the wrong needle. I got the wrong needle, sorry. Eek. It happens. Alright, let me put this down. This is the short needle. Alright. The long needle is the yellow one. Okay. Let me put this one. Okay. This is the mixing needle. That much longer needle. Okay. So introduce this. And introduce the water. Okay. To the powder. gently swirl that around until it mixes. Okay, it's almost dissolved. You want to swirl it like this so you don't introduce any bubbles. Okay, so swirling, swirling. That's almost clear. Almost clear. Still have a little residue. So swirl it a little bit more. Okay. All right. And we're going to draw this back up. So draw this back up. So I didn't draw as much liquid. I guess that's all of it. Draw it all back in. Guess I got it all. Nothing left in the bottle. So it's all drawn back in. I want to make sure I see air. That means there's nothing left in the needle. Sorry about the sniffles this morning. Alright. So I'm going to cap this. Screw this off. Put back the short needle. This is taking too long. It's already 7:30. Okay. I have that. I can take this cap off. Now I want to make sure all the air is out of here. So I'm going to push this up slowly until I see a bead at the top. There we go. There's a bead. So that means no more air in the needle. And I'm going to inject this nail. Here so you guys can see. Okay. Pinch. I usually hit around the same spot. This is new medicine, so I don't know what this is gonna feel like. Okay, needles in. I'm just pushing it slow. Didn't burn. This needle seems a little thick. Okay, sorry, back. Alright, so I have these little syringes here. If you we want to make sure we do everything safe. So, sharps container, drop the needles in there. Syringe, I can just put back in here, put this in the trash. Okay. Now, Menopur. I've taken Menopur before, but it's a little different. So, same thing, although I have a bottle of water and a bottle of a solid that's to dissolve. They both have caps on them, so I'm gonna take the caps off. Same deal. Use the alcohol to clean the top. This is all dry now. I'll have to get another alcohol. Next time, I'll just clean all three off at the same time. So cleaning this one and cleaning that one. Right? Okay. So now I have to use these syringes. Okay, now it's 3 milliliter syringe. It's already got a needle, although I'm not using that needle. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down. First, I'll start with the Q-cap. This is a Q-cap. So basically, I'm supposed to take this Q-cap and put it on the top of the water. So here's the water. Okay. So there. That's on the top of the water. And use this. Unscrew this big scary needle. And screw this on. Okay. And I am to draw up 1 milliliter of water. So this is a 3 milliliter. Oh, yeah. This is a 3 milliliter syringe. Okay, what I should have done, because you see how it's pulling back? Okay, so what the doctor's instructions doesn't say to do is to push air in here. So I'm going to pull this down to 1. Okay. And then screw this on. Okay. So this way, I push air into the bottle. Okay. And then that will force the liquid out and make it easier for me to draw it out. Now, and as you can see, it came right back down to the 1, but I've got some bubbles in here, so make sure I get 1. Okay. So all liquid down to the 1. Okay. That's a little trick I learned last time. I will say the Cetrotide is like itching a little bit. So, alright, so here's the powder. I take the same Q-cap, put it on top of the powder, introduce the liquid. See if you can see that. Introduce the liquid, and the solid in there dissolves. Okay, pretty quickly. So, let's get all the liquid in. Alright, so 1 milliliter water, he told me, place the water into the powder, mix gently, withdraw it back, and then I use my 27 gauge needle Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna keep this pressed. Turn this upside down. Then reintroduce the water here. Let's push the air back up. Bubble down there. Let's push that air back up. Draw it all back. You just want to draw it all back so I can see. There's a little bubble at the bottom. I can't seem to get it, but I think it's okay. Alright. So now I don't need the Q cap anymore because I've gotten all the liquid out. Alright. I use my 27 gauge needle. That's this guy here. So put on this syringe. So screw that on. And that's the needle I'm inserting with. Eek. The Cetrotide needle was kind of long, huh? Alright, so same deal here. Oh, I got the bubble good. Alright, so push slowly to get the air out. I guess there's a little bit of liquid in there. Alright, so it's got some air. I feel like I'm losing medicines from all that being stuck in there. Okay, so I gotta push through the air. Okay, so now that's all the air. And then push that up until I see a bead. Here we go. Now I can put in the Menopur. This burns a little. The needle was sharp. Yeah, Menopur is a little smart. Burns a little going in. But it's in. It's done. It's in and it's done. I'm gonna cap this needle, unscrew it, and then I don't use this needle. They both go into the sharps container. And the rest of this stuff will go into the trash. Alright, only thing I have left to do now is take my doxycycline. So here it is, blue pill, a bunch of water, something to eat. Before I get nauseous. Yeah, so to recap this lesson, Cetrotide wasn't that bad. Gave me a slight metallic-y taste after injection. Tingled, a little itchy as it worked its way through. These scratches on my arm. A little itchy as it worked its way through. And the Menopur burns just a little bit, not a lot. It's just kind of like, okay, still a little burny, but it's in, and that's that. So I have my little pajamas, my little pineapples, stay fresh, and that's it for my morning meds. First one's done. First one's done. Alright, so today is Sunday. I get to do this every morning until Tuesday. Well, actually not until Tuesday, until and including Tuesday. I have another scan, and we'll probably get some further instruction on Tuesday to see if I'll keep doing what I'm doing or if things will change. I'm still taking the Gonal F at night, still 150. The Menopur, if I didn't say, this is 75 I use. It does the same thing that Gonal F does. So, but I think it has a little something extra in it. So, normally my original instructions would have said to drop the Gonal F in the morning down to 75 from 150, and then the other 75 would be in the Menopur. But follicles are doing so well, he's backing off that med a little bit. So no Gonal F this morning, just Menopur. The Cetrotide is a 0.25 milligram dose. This is used to stop me from ovulating on my own. So that's what Cetrotide is used for. So Menopur and Gonal F is used to stimulate my follicles. I think the difference between the two is, I believe Menopur also has some HCG in it. I think I'm gonna have to look that up. I think Gonal F has follicle stimulating hormone, and Menopur has follicle stimulating hormone as well as LH. I will look that up and put that here, but I think that's the major difference between the two drugs. One has FSH, one has FSH and LH. So, there. Not bad. Although that Cetrotide needle is probably the biggest of all the sub-Q needles that I've had to take. It's the gauge is a little higher, and it's longer. But again, I don't mind. It's done now. And these are the same needles, this 3 mil that I'll be using for my progesterone, which is why they have that nice long needle on it. But for now, I'm not using that because I'm not taking the progesterone. I'm starting to get a little headache. It's probably from the doxycycline because I haven't eaten behind the doxycycline. I had a little bit of almonds this morning when I woke up. You know, I do that every morning to keep my sugars down and from going up. But that was just a little bit. I need to get a little bit more in me in order to keep the nausea down from the doxycycline. So I am going to collect my trash and get me something to eat before I really get nauseous. All right, so that's my lesson in IVF Meds Stim Day 5. So I'll be taking these in the morning, 5, 6, 7. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yep, 5, 6, 7, and then see what my further instructions are depending on how well I did. All right. Talk to you ladies later. Bye.